Ah, the winds of change are blowing across the grand landscape of American governance. And who better to steer this mighty ship than President Donald J. Trump? In his second term, it seems the president has taken quite a fancy to the idea of trimming the bureaucratic fat. After all, what better way to demonstrate efficiency than by wielding the metaphorical chainsaw of reform? As we dive into the 45th day of this illustrious second term, the question on everyone's mind is just how far President Trump can push his agenda before the courts or Congress decide to step in with a gentle, legally binding nudge. But fear not, dear viewers, for the revolution has only just begun. Let's start with the Supreme Court, that august body which in a moment of judicial clarity decided that perhaps the administration should consider releasing a cool $2 billion in frozen foreign aid. Who knew that courts had such a penchant for following court orders? Meanwhile, in an unexpected twist of fate, the Merit Systems Protection Board had an awkward moment of déjà vu when a court order stopped the firing of its chair, only to be followed by the reinstatement of nearly 6,000 USDA employees. Truly, the wheels of justice turn in mysterious ways. Speaking of mystery, Elon Musk, the darling of the tech world and apparent unofficial advisor to the Senate, has been asked to lend his thoughts on President Trump's radical cuts. The man who's taken us to Mars, or at least promised to, is now offering senators his personal number. Text him, they say. Musk, with his Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, has become the maestro of the minimalist government orchestra. Yet the specifics of his master plan remain shrouded in intrigue and a generous sprinkle of confusion. Now let us delve into the daring vision of reducing government workers by the hundreds of thousands. The IRS, for instance, is on a diet that would make any fad jealous, aiming to shed 45,000 jobs. The question, of course, is how many IRS agents does it take to collect taxes from 330 million Americans? Apparently fewer than before, though some skeptics might suggest this could render the institution dysfunctional. But hey, who needs taxes when you've got tax cuts? Am I right? The Veterans Affairs Department is also in line for a major overhaul, with more than 70,000 jobs on the chopping block. Because as VA Director Doug Collins eloquently put it, the federal government does not exist to employ people. It exists to serve people. A sentiment that surely resonates with the millions of Americans who may soon find themselves serving the nation in the unemployment line. Over at the Pentagon, civilian job cuts are on the horizon, with plans to trim between 5% and 8% of its workforce. In the words of the immortal Marie Kondo, if it doesn't spark joy, it's time to let it go. The Social Security Administration and the Department of Energy are also feeling the heat, with thousands of probationary employees finding that their tenure was, indeed, probationary. President Trump's vision for a leaner government also involves a concerted effort to remove pesky oversight. Independent agencies, long bastions of bipartisan governance, have found themselves under the watchful eye of an executive order aiming to consolidate power. As part of this broader strategy, the president has also taken to firing watchdogs and inspectors general, because nothing says transparency like removing those who ensure it. And then there's the curious case of who's in charge of DOGE. Is it Elon Musk? The White House has assured us it is not, yet President Trump himself has anointed Musk as the head honcho in his address to Congress. It's a classic whodunit, except with more bureaucracy and less thrilling chase scenes. The Trump administration's ambition doesn't stop with personnel cuts. Agencies like the Department of Education and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau are on the brink of closure or suffocation. In a bold move, Education Secretary Linda McMahon has been tasked with shuttering the Department of Education, though not without a potential legal showdown. And who can forget the Environmental Protection Agency facing a 65% budget cut? Because after all, climate change is just a hoax, right? The administration seems to believe so, with its stance on environmental issues as clear as the smoggy skies over Los Angeles. With all these changes afoot, the reverberations outside of government are hard to ignore. Contractors, often the unsung heroes of federal operations, are caught in the crossfire. The uncertainty surrounding the government's ability to pay its bills on time and terminate contracts has left many scratching their heads and clutching their wallets. As we navigate this brave new world of governance, one can't help but marvel at the sheer audacity of it all. But what do you, dear viewers, make of these sweeping changes? Are we witnessing the dawn of a new era of efficiency? Or is it a classic case of too much, too soon? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get that conversation started. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more insights, satire, and a dash of humor. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed our little escapade into the world of politics. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and above all, stay entertained.